my love. This is going to be your pet reading. We're going to be reading on Teddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some notes on anything that I feel. So I invite you at this time to just kind of get comfortable and close your eyes, open your heart to receiving message, and trust anything that you may receive too, because you might feel stuff as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and focus just on a couple minutes and see what comes through. Okay, so it's funny because with Teddy, when I was seeing his pictures, I was thinking of the little white dog and the Fool card of the tarot. So if you're if you have, and I don't have my Rider Waite, it's over here. Let me see if I could pull him out just to show you. I'm sure you know what the card looks like, but I want to get a visual. But that was the first thing that I thought of when I saw him, when I saw his picture, was like, oh, he looks like the little dog from the Fool card. Oh, there he is right there. Okay. So I feel like if you have a tarot deck, place the Fool card somewhere within your view or print it out. Because I really, really feel like that little white dog is kind of like is the essence of Teddy, okay? That's kind of like the essence that I feel. Very playful energy, very eager for adventure, and just kind of like always happy. That's the kind of vibe I get. And the Fool card is also a new beginning. So I also feel like Teddy was putting that impression on me of the Fool card, because it's also symbolic that there's a new beginning on the horizon for you. I feel like maybe you haven't yet discovered it, but usually when we lose somebody very close to us, there's also a new beginning that happens somewhat within a similar time frame. So it's only been a few days, but I feel like with Teddy's passing, there's going to be a new horizon on like a new beginning on the horizon for you very soon, if it hasn't already made itself known to you. So something about the Fool card is really making me feel like you need to have the card out, like in your room somewhere where you could see it, but also print it out. If you don't have your own deck, print it out until you have it there, because I was like immediately drawn to the little white dog. Okay, so Teddy's energy is coming up as so the first thing I heard was ego. Ego is like those breakfast waffles, like those frozen waffles. So I don't know if Teddy is like, if you ever would feed Teddy Eggos, or if there was like table scraps, because I was also hearing breakfast. Like he was saying treats, breakfast. And so I feel like, and then the Eggo. So I don't know if it was a specific, like if it was Eggos that you would feed him. But he was showing, like he was bringing up treats and breakfast. Like that was like one of his favorite times. His favorite experiences, like he looked forward to the treats or getting breakfast in the morning. Maybe when you were having breakfast, maybe you would throw him a couple pieces so he can enjoy it too. So I don't know, that was definitely something that was coming up with him. I was also hearing the word daisy. So daisy could be a person, daisy a name, that name, if that means anything to you, or the flowers, because I also wrote down flower and grass. So I feel like daisies or dandelions or something having to do with that. But I kept getting like images of grass, like lots of grass and running through it with the flowers. So I feel like Teddy has like memories of being able to, because he's low to the ground. So I feel like he has memories of running through grass and just feeling the tickle of the flowers around him and whatnot. Also, I feel like daisies are white. At least the ones I'm imagining in my mind are white. And I feel like maybe that's also a message too, that Teddy is saying to get some white daisies or white carnations. Like carnation is also coming to mind, and putting them in your house. Okay. Something white, because also if you pay attention, that the Fool has a white flower in his hand. So I do feel like white flowers would be really good as a kind of like a symbol to have in your home, that shows your appreciation and that shows, you know, Teddy's essences around. Other things I was writing, I wrote down yesterday. So yesterday was Friday. There was something that took place yesterday, and Teddy is bringing that up, saying that you experienced something, whether it was something paranormal, something of significance happened yesterday or Friday. So please keep in mind that. I don't know exactly what it is that he's mentioning, but I feel like, that Friday you may have experienced something. It could have been a paranormal experience, but keep in mind, think about it. If you know what it is, just know that Teddy is saying that was me. Another thing I wrote down is dancing. So I don't know if Teddy has a fond memory of seeing you dance. Would you dance around him? Would you play music and dance around? But something with dancing is popping up that Teddy is bringing as a memory. He's on your right side, so if you feel him, if you feel a tingle, or if you feel kind of the essence of something small around you, it's on your right side. Teddy is on your right. Something about the ear too. So I don't know if you've been feeling whisper in the ear, or if you feel or you're hearing something. Maybe that is connected to Friday. Hearing something within your ear, or it's on the right side. If you hear a right, like a tingle in your right ear, that's Teddy. Okay, so something with the ear, but also I feel like with Teddy, with the ear, there could have been something like a medical issue that he may have had with his ear. And so maybe he's also bringing that up as kind of saying, like, because I wrote down thank you, and then I wrote down the ear. So I feel like maybe he's saying thank you for, you know, taking care of me in the best way that you could. I feel like he was like saying a lot of thank you for doing the best that you could. Something with the ear, or just, you know, all of the little things that I feel like you had him on a routine. I don't know, I'm just getting like that essence that Teddy was on some kind of a strict routine, which whether it was some kind of a diet, or you would feed him certain times of the day. So maybe that's why breakfast was like a big one for him, because he knew every single day at breakfast this was going to happen. So you had him kind of like on a routine. Teddy was also showing me warm blankets and fireplace. So I feel like he has like that he loved sleeping, and I feel like he was on the bed, and I feel like there was a specific blanket that he would sleep on. So because my cats, they always sleep on the bed and whatnot, but they have a specific blanket that they love to curl up on. It's just their favorite. So I feel like for you, it's a blanket. I'm seeing it in like a pink or a red or a quilt of some kind, but I mean, that could just be my mind because I'm connecting it to my cats. But something about a warm blanket, and then the fireplace, or the essence of just warm. So maybe it's like he was a little heater or a little fireplace curled up next to you all the time, or there was an actual fireplace that he has fond memories of sleeping next to on a warm blanket. Obviously, you're going to make those connections yourself. I also wrote down outside lights, so that he loved being outside, and grass, tree is me. So I was just like, I wrote it down real quickly, grass, tree, and me. So I don't know, I was getting the image of a lone tree. I don't know if you have a lone tree in your backyard, something about a tree that he really favored. I was also getting the essence that that's him, like it's kind of like his energy is within that tree. Or it could be maybe you've decided, or you've been wanting to plant a plant in his honor or in his name too. So it could be that as well, that his essence is going to be kind of brought into a new plant or something in your yard. So keep that in mind as well, my love, because that was also popping up. So a lot of times people, when they lose someone that they love, they will dedicate in someone's honor, like a plant or flowers, you know, the daisies and whatnot. So if that's on your mind, if that's something that you want to do, I would definitely encourage it, because I feel like that's going to help you as well. Okay, so real quickly, let me just pull a couple tarot cards on Teddy's energy. Anything else that needs to come through from Teddy to you? Five of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So I feel like Teddy's energy right now, Five of Swords, is that he sees the regrets that you're holding, but he acknowledges it as like, you don't have to hold any kind of regret. You did not have anything to do with my passing. I feel that with the Five of Swords. So I feel like he's kind of saying that you did not have anything to do. It wasn't neglect. It wasn't anything that you could have controlled that would have caused me to not pass. Okay. You didn't have any, you didn't cause it. It was natural causes. It was my time. I feel like that's what he's saying with that Five of Swords. He wants you to get rid of that burden that you hold. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is popping up, and I also feel like that's kind of showing that he's with you, and the bird is really popping up in my mind. So if you believe in reincarnation, I feel like you're going to see birds or notice birds, white ones. Okay. I do feel like Teddy's essence will be around you in the form of white. So like I said, white flowers, white birds, anything white, feathers, like just, you'll know it's him because of the color. There's just something about his color that's really sticking out to me. The King of Wands is popping up. And so I feel like Teddy is kind of saying, I'm good. Like, I feel bigger and brighter now. So I feel like Teddy's essence is, even though he was a little dog in this life, his essence now in spirit realm is a king. And I feel like he's showing you, like, he's kind of showing you that I'm good, I'm happy, I'm proud, I'm like, I feel my best. Openness is popping up with the moon. Of course, it's white. It's a beautiful white full moon. But I feel like the openness is kind of saying that Teddy has bloomed into his true self. That he's literally living his true self right now. He's in a good place. He's feeling good, and new beginnings. Just what I said, right? What I said earlier with the Fool card, new beginnings. So Teddy is definitely showing you that there's new beginnings on the horizon, not just for him, because he's experiencing the afterlife as feeling big. He's experiencing it as it feeling a king, or feeling open, feeling free, right? But I feel like the new beginnings is also for you, that he is showing that you are going to be embarking on something new in your life. And he wants you to be able to walk that path without feeling that Five of Swords, or without feeling guilt. Okay, so really keep that in mind. He wants you to let that go. Any guilt that you're holding on to yourself because of what you think that maybe you could have done something better, he's saying no, it was his time. Like, this was supposed to happen. And also, oftentimes, like I said, when we lose somebody, whether it's a pet or a lover, a loved one, we usually see something new happen, whether it's a new birth of a literal new birth, or it's something new stepping into our life. We have parents popping up. So Teddy is definitely saying that you were the best mama for me, that you were there for me, that you loved me, and you took care of me, and I appreciate you. So I love it. He definitely sees that. We have God box coming through. So this says, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box, as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So Teddy is saying, put it away. Write down. Oh my God! Look at it. Look what is in the picture. It's a little white dove. Didn't I just say white birds? So that's definitely Teddy saying, and look at what she's holding. What is that? A tambourine? But it's like a white tambourine. I'm telling you, the white is for you. So I feel like Teddy is kind of saying, I want you to write down all of the negative feelings that you have, the guilt, put it down on paper, let it go, okay? Release it. He wants you to let it go. He wants you to free yourself from any guilt and burdens that you were holding for his passing, because it is not your fault. So definitely, he's definitely saying that. He's in the essence of white, my love. So pay attention to white, like I said, flowers, little white dogs, if you see them. You've probably been seeing them all over the place. White birds, things like that. That's just intuitively coming to me. I feel like white is going to be a sign that you know that he's around you. He's on your right-hand side, something with the ear, okay? So I hope, my love, that this reading resonated. I hope that it gave you, something to feel, something to be calm, to consider. Like I said, print out the Fool card, put it on your table in your room somewhere, so you have a visual, because I do feel like that's him. So thank you, my love, for allowing me to connect. I wish you well. I am so sorry for your loss, my love. It's not easy when you lose a furry friend, or your little fur babies. It's not easy. So I do apologize, and I send you my love. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback, please send me an email. Take care, and take all the time you need, one day at a time, right? One day at a time, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, my love.